Post Shifters? Welcome back to another episode of the Post Shift Podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Shawn Soole. I wanted to talk about this for a while because I've been sort of posting some things here and there and getting some responses from people. And it's about the balance of sacrifice and hard work and work-life balance. I'm a big champion, if you've ever listened to any of my stuff, I'm a big champion of work-life balance, 4-day weeks. This industry is hard as long as you're making the money you need to make, all those sort of things, the luxury and privilege you might have to have a 4-day week, but you might be working 9-10 hours. But I wanted to talk about sacrifice and hard work because this is the hardest thing. As I'm getting older in the industry, I don't want anyone in the industry to keep working as hard as I did when I was their age or as I am now. My work-life balance is very different to your work-life balance. Mine is perfect. Yours, you might look at me and go, you're a madman. So that's a very personal thing, work-life balance. But I want to make sure that the industry people that are coming through the ranks now aren't working those sort of like miserable hours that we may have been forced to do when we were in our 20s. So we're talking like 25 years ago. But that being said, if you want to be the best at anything, this goes for Olympians, for professional sports people, for people in academia. If you want to be the best at everything, it does take a little bit of sacrifice and hard work. And I think that's the hardest thing in this day and age because this next generation is so in touch with exactly what they want and how they want it, which is great. This is a fantastic skill to have. I wish I had it earlier. I wish I didn't work as hard as I did in my 20s. I wish I didn't work as hard as I did in my 30s. But it's something that if you want to get to a certain level in anything, but the industry especially, it is going to take some hard work and some sacrifice. Now, how much hard work and sacrifice that will be for you to achieve your goals is very different for every single person. What are your goals? How are you going to how are you going to get those goals and how are you going to attain them? So have a think that if you feel like the thing that you're doing is a lot of work, but you know that there's an end game to it all, like really double down on that. I've always said to managers who've taken over places or open places, do you want to work 40 hours a week for 12 months to get the things you need to get done? Or do you want to work 60 hours a week for 6 months and get everything done? Now, this is just my personal sort of opinion because I've worked with a lot of young bartenders who want greatness, which is fantastic. This is a great thing to aspire to. But the level of dedication, sacrifice, and hard work is not there. If you want to be good at anything, you're going to have to work at it. I'm going to the gym right now. It is really tough with my workload and everything, and it does relax me, but getting over that hump to get there to work out has been a struggle, and I'm not going to lie about that. So what can we do? Firstly, if you are running a venue or if you're a bartender who wants to come up through the ranks, competitions, so on and so forth, I think you need to build your own systems because they may not be handed to you to achieve the goals you want to achieve. Top 5 bar, top 10 bar, whatever you want to sort of achieve. Whatever your goals are, I'm not going to have an opinion on that because that is your goals to have. But just remember, like, while you may love your work-life balance, sacrificing for 6 to 12 months to get what you really, really want, is that a bigger issue over a long period of time? Like now, finally, in my career, I have work-life balance that I'm really, really happy with. I'm not overworking. I sleep plenty. I work my hours every week. I do a lot of stuff, but that's just me. So just have a think about, like, is 6 to 12 months of like hard work, knuckling down and some sacrifice worth it in the grand scheme of things of your career over 25, 30, 40, 50 years? So like, I think sometimes time is so intangible that people don't understand that sacrificing a little bit for a lot can really win you over. If you're a young bartender or a young manager or a young owner out there like listening to this, a little sacrifice for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years is nothing in comparison to not reaching your goals ever. So on that note, hope you have a good week, guys.
All right, Post Shifters, that's it for now. Keep your standards high, your spirits neat, and your team tighter than your pork costs. Catch you next week on the Post Shift Podcast.